Hey guys, what's going on? Anthony Grillo channel is called Deez LUTS. This LUT package again is from James Miller in his New York style. This is what he refers to as Gloversville. I'm not exactly sure if there's any reason or rhyme why he names what he names to his LUTs, but this is the finished look that we're gonna look at first, and we're gonna reverse it, engineer it, and of course DaVinci plays so well at 3 frames per second with the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera Raw. So this is the Blackmagic with the 24 to 120 f4 ND filter, 77mm from ProMaster, and that is who made my variable ND filter, ProMaster. Don't have really much of an opinion on it. I don't know if it's good or bad. It just it doesn't make my image less sharp, so that's all I care about. So let's bring up a full screen shot so you guys can see, and then we'll bring up the before, and you guys can see where we started from. And when we added the Gloversville with a bunch of of adjustments, where we wound up. So this video is a little bit different than the others. We're gonna backtrack and see how we got to where we are. So instead of building it up, you can see the completed look. I'll show you the adjustments and you flavor to taste. Awesome? Good? All right, good. Let me know if you guys enjoy this way or if you want to see me build completely from scratch. So I created the 4 serial nodes, 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can do this by hitting nodes and adding serial node, or Alt-S on your Mac. And once you have the LUTs installed, you can right-click on LUT number 3 because you want to keep the LUT down the line and not to the front. So you go to 3D LUTs, you scroll down till you find your New York cubes, and then you add your Gloversville plus 2. Okay, and that's all we did for in the first step, building out this look. Then we went into 1. Well, let's see. Let's check the exposure. So I'm in clip, custom, BMD film. Color temperature, I didn't even change it. I brought up the exposure because the way it came out with the LUT, it came out very dark. So I had to bring it up to expose properly, and that's the benefit of shooting raw. So we could bring it up to, well, that's still too much. I think it was at 2 point, right about there. I did not adjust the sharpness, highlights, or shadows anywhere in this in this node. So then we can go into custom, and you can see here all I did was make sure these are unganged, which they are, and I dropped my S-curve, reverse S-curve, just to about this, to the right of this square right about here, and I raised up a little bit up on the shadows. You can see if I bring up the shadows a little bit more, what it does to the image. You can bring back a little bit of the underneath of the ride, which is okay. We don't want to go too far though. I kind of like it a little bit more mysterious. We'll keep it right about there. I mean, like I said, flavor to taste, if you will. Show me, once you guys get these created, throw them up on YouTube. Let me take a look at them. Then I moved the blue down about half a square, and that was it for my curve adjustments on serial node number 1. In serial node number 2, what I did was I went into my primary color wheels, into log. I raised my contrast up to what looks like 1.14, and my pivot down from, I think, 0.50 to 0.352. And that's all I did. And once you have that dialed in, you could go into your key and dial in or dial down on your gain. It'll reduce that look of that node. So say you started to bring it down, you start to take away from the look that you did with those. So this is also a flavor to taste type situation. So, like I said, just feel free to dive in here. The important part is how you guys are doing working with the LUTs and, experimenting with what we have to begin with. There's no right or wrong. It's just a matter of working with the LUT and finding an image that you like. And that is all I did for serial node number 2. In serial node number 3, I did the typical luma versus saturation right here. This is my setting. This is where it becomes very, for me, it becomes very habit forming. I find something that works for me, and I kind of roll with it. This every time I'll add something maybe a little bit newer to how I grade. Like I did the contrast and pivot point this time. Last time I showed you guys how to block out some areas by using the windows. I did this last time with the New York skyline. So I try to add a little bit at a time, because as you learn and grow, you'll add your own little flair and style to your image. And at the end of the node, you can sharpen it up by going into sharpen and dropping it down from 50 to 45. It begins at 50 and goes to 45. And that is the whole process that I use for James Miller's Gloversville LUT collection. Is the +2. This is the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera shot in RAW, and we did a little before and after, and that's where I will leave you guys today. We'll go back into 3. We'll Command D on your Mac to show us the raw image, and Command D again to show us where we finished up. So let me play it out, and so you guys can actually see it's playing back at 2 frames per second, which is a glorious thing. So I am Anthony Grillo. Thank you so much for watching again. Thank you to all my subscribers, and I will talk to you guys next time.